Court blocks order to return California National Guard control to Governor Newsom amid Trump deployment dispute. The Ninth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals temporarily blocked a federal judge's order that would have forced President Donald Trump to return control of California's National Guard troops to Governor Gavin Newsom, allowing Trump to maintain his deployment of approximately 4,000 Guard members in Los Angeles. The appeals court scheduled a hearing for June 17 to review the case, meaning Trump can keep the troops federalized at least through the weekend. U.S. District Judge Charles Breyer ruled Thursday evening that Trump's federalization of California's National Guard violated the 10th Amendment and exceeded the president's statutory authority, stating his actions were unlawful. He must therefore immediately return control of California National Guard to the governor of California. Breyer's 36-page ruling found that Trump failed to follow proper legal procedures requiring coordination through state governors. U.S. Marines carried out their first known detention of a civilian in Los Angeles at the Wilshire Federal Building on Friday, with Reuters images showing armed Marines restraining a man with zip ties before transferring him to Department of Homeland Security personnel. Military officials confirmed that approximately 200 Marines took control of protecting federal buildings, with 700 total Marines authorized for deployment in the city. Cities across the United States are preparing for major demonstrations on Saturday, June 14, with activist groups organizing No Kings protests to coincide with Trump's military parade in Washington, D.C. celebrating his 79th birthday and the Army's 250th anniversary. The protests are described as a nationwide day of defiance against what organizers call Trump's authoritarianism, with demonstrations planned in over 50 cities. Major General Scott Sherman revealed that approximately 500 National Guard troops have received training to accompany ICE agents on immigration operations, marking an unprecedented use of military forces in domestic law enforcement. The troops have been granted authority to temporarily detain individuals who attack officers, though any formal arrests must be conducted by civilian law enforcement. President Trump indicated his Los Angeles deployment would be the first, perhaps, of many, warning other cities that when they do it, if they do it, they're going to be met with equal or greater force than we met right here. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has placed 1,500 National Guard troops on standby, while Missouri has also mobilized forces in anticipation of protests. A Reuters Ipsos poll published Thursday showed Americans divided on Trump's military deployment, with 48% supporting the president's decision to deploy military to the streets in response to violent protests, while 41% opposed the action. Democratic leaders condemned the deployment as authoritarian overreach, while Trump defended it as necessary to prevent Los Angeles from burning to the ground. Immigration enforcement protests have erupted in over a dozen major cities, resulting in hundreds of arrests as demonstrators clash with law enforcement. Las Vegas police arrested 94 people Wednesday night after protesters threw bottles and rocks at officers, while volatile demonstrations prompted curfews in Los Angeles and Spokane. At least 470 arrests have been reported since protests began Saturday, with 9 officers injured. The legal battle centers on whether Trump can federalize state National Guard troops without governor consent, with Judge Breyer questioning how Trump's actions differ from what a monarch does, noting this nation was established in reaction to a monarchy. California argues the deployment violates fundamental constitutional principles of federalism, while the White House maintains Trump has lawful authority to mobilize the National Guard to protect federal buildings and personnel.